Close your eyes and think of the first song you heard, your favorite song, where you were when you first heard it. You may know the artist, you may know the songwriters, but do you know the engineer? Now think of your first live production or your favorite. You may know the artist, you may know the musicians, even some of the songwriters, but do you know the engineer? Think of your favorite game or movie, where you were when you first played it, or when you first saw it. You may know the producers, the designers, and even some of the animators, but do you know the engineer? The answer to all those questions is yes, you do. The first time you heard that song, or watched that show, or played that game, or seen that movie, you were formally introduced to the engineer. The engineer in the entertainment industry has vast and diverse career jobs. In any career path in the industry, at some point, you will walk across or come across the engineer. Or you will be the engineer. Before I knew the title, I had a passion for it and to educate myself on it. So in this speech today, you'll hear factual information from the experts and from experience. In the music industry, the engineer has a vast and multitask job. As stated by Full Sail University website, fullsailuniversity.edu, the engineer can be a mastering engineer, mixing engineer, assistant mixing engineer, recording engineer, assistant recording engineer, or Pro Tools operator. There are career paths that stretch beyond just the recording and the studio. The career path of a sound engineer stretches to live productions. As stated in Live Sound Reinforcement, a comprehensive guide in music reinforcement system technology, the book, it states that engineers can become front of house engineers in a live setting, which allows them to control what the audience hear as they see the performers. A monitor engineer, which controls what the artists hear as they're performing. A Pro Tools operator, which is the operator that controls the Pro Tools settings. Or a MIDI operator, which controls the sequencing going on throughout the show. As stated by the Association of Sound Designers Reinforcement.com, a sound engineer can also take on careers in gaming and post-production industry. The post-production and gaming industry is not only opening careers to mixing games and movies, but it gives birth to sound design. Sound design involves the manipulation of sound to create a new sound, never heard, which can be combining sea creatures like Gary Rydstrom, who designed the T-Rex for Jurassic Park, or it could be taking something as simple as a doorknob and making a kick drum out of it. As you can see, as an engineer, there's very, very broad horizons for you, and engineers are very, very important in the industry. One day, my mentor came to me and he asked me a question. He asked me, what makes a chameleon so great? And I told him the ability to change colors. He stated, no, what makes a chameleon great is its ability to adapt. At first I thought it was the same thing, but now I realize, as becoming a sound engineer and from my training, that you can change any career, but your ability to adapt and focus and do well in that career is your best asset. And as a sound engineer, that's the transition you have to take. as you embark upon the path of an engineer, whether it be in the music industry, live production, gaming industry, or movie industry. As an engineer, you must adapt. The career path is broad and wide, and there's many and diverse paths to it. Thank you.